this. Okay.
All right. Thank you all for coming. Tonight we have a very special guest with Thrive West Central. Give a round of applause for Patrece Dayton.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate everyone coming out. I'm going to throw a lot of information at you, and I apologize, but it's all really good information. And of course, if you have any questions after, please feel free to ask. When I was first, not yet. Bill's a troublemaker. Oh, I thought you had a question. Bill's a troublemaker, isn't he? That's right. He's a big supporter of Thrive. We really appreciate him. When I was first let go from Channel 10, I was devastated. But I had told myself if I couldn't do news anymore, I wanted to do something that would help the Wabash Valley. And I truly believe that Thrive West Central does that. I always say that our mission is in our name. We believe in helping people and communities thrive. Okay, but there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes. When people would come up to me and say, hey, congratulations on your job at Thrive, what exactly do they do? I had told the CEO that, hey, I really think I need to go out and tell people what exactly we do so that I can sell it, so to speak. You know, you can't sell a product that nobody knows anything about. But then when I did some research about what all Thrive did, there was so much. So that's why I'm going to throw you so much. But the reason why I want you to know as much as possible is because these are services that may help you or someone you love, okay? So if you think of anything at all about Thrive, please remember the word connect, okay? Thrive connects people to resources, and it all boils down to quality of life. We want to connect you to something that makes you or someone you love's quality of life better. And we do that in 4 key divisions. First, aging. You've probably heard of the Area Agency on Aging, okay? That's us. We also do transportation, community development, and housing. Now, the community development used to be called West Central Indiana Economic Development. Maybe you've heard of that. All 4 of these divisions under one roof. It's the largest in the whole state of Indiana, the first time that all 4 divisions have been brought under one roof. Now, there is a silver tsunami coming. We all fit that bill, okay? We are all getting older, which is a good thing. It's a very good thing. But amazingly, the older population, that's 65 and older, is growing 5 times faster than the total population. That means we need more medical care, more transportation, more services, more housing, whatever it may be, okay? So we hope we're all aging and aging well. But that silver tsunami is why our largest division is the aging division, and it's aging and disabled both. And we do a lot of things. First of all, we do in-home services. Now, those in-home services are primarily economic-based, meaning it's for lower-income folks. But all the other services I'm about to tell you are for everyone, okay? Home modifications. What that means is if you are having, or someone you know is having mobility issues, for instance, and you can no longer get in your bathtub, we can come in and build you a walk-in bathtub, or something as simple as a taller toilet, just to make your quality of life better. Sorry, that yellow is kind of hard to read. The dementia outreach specialist. We have a woman, she's a wonderful woman, that's dedicated to dementia. And I have some information up here that I'd love to share with you about some dementia programs, okay? It is not just for folks with dementia, but she holds what's called dementia cafes, connection cafes for older folks with dementia or without. And it's basically a way for older folks to get together and exercise their brain without even realizing it through puzzles, fun, fellowship, music, poems, all sorts of things. And it's also a great way for folks. A lot of times our older folks are living alone and really don't have anyone in their lives, unfortunately. So it really is fellowship for them. But we have all sorts of dementia outreach specialists. And unfortunately, with that silver tsunami will come more dementia and Alzheimer's. Almost everyone is affected. I just had a sister-in-law pass away from Alzheimer's, and my mother suffers from dementia right now. So most everyone is affected in some way. Our ramp up program is just what it is. We build ramps for folks who need them. And again, it's connecting them to a resource that improves their quality of life. That ramp is a huge, essential thing for some people. Meal sites. This is not Meals on Wheels. That's another wonderful organization. But we do provide meals for seniors if needed. Balance programs. Balance is very, very important for folks as we age. It keeps us from falling, obviously, and falling can be devastating. So balance programs are super important for folks as we age. Mental health help is available and legal resources for both our aging and disabled. Our second division is transportation. Have you seen some of the Thrive buses around town? Vermilion County, unfortunately, does not have a set route. For instance, you'll see the buses here. We come here, but it's only about 3 days a week. We would love for that to be 5. At one time, it was 5. Clay County, for instance, they don't have public transportation. I don't think you guys do either. You don't have a city bus, right? Because Clay County didn't have a city bus, they use a Thrive bus that's on a route, a designated route, the same route every day, and at the same time, almost like a city bus service, but it's vital for their transportation. However, every nonprofit is run mostly by government money, grants, okay? And those grants come with very specific rules that we have to follow. Right now, our Thrive buses can only run Monday through Friday from 8 to 4, and we can only do urban to rural or vice versa. Now here, that's okay. Everything's rural here. But in Terre Haute, that's tough. For instance, if mom can no longer drive and she lives in the city of Terre Haute, we can't take her to her doctor's appointment at Union Hospital. But if she lives in the county, we can. Okay? If folks in the city of Terre Haute want to go to Walmart, we bring them up here to the Clinton Walmart. It's crazy. To me, it's a waste of gas. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. But they are rules that you have to follow with this grant. So we're in the process. In fact, we were lucky enough to have a really good fundraiser, our very first golf outing, and we raised about $43,000. So we're in the process of buying another van that's going to be privately owned, strictly through those donations, through those fundraisers that we've had. And with that van comes no rules, okay? So that means we can run into the evenings. So say somebody gets out of the hospital in the evening, past 4. What can you do now? We got to leave them, or they got to get an Uber. We can run in the evenings, we can run on the weekends, and we can finally start to take our veterans to the VA clinic in Indianapolis if needed. Things that we can't do now. But those Thrive buses are used on a daily basis. And again, it's for everyone, and it's actually free to everyone, but it's a suggested $2 donation if you are able. But it's folks who can no longer drive, whether they are older or disabled, or it's just for folks who live alone, or just we've taken children to school before. Generally, it's appointment only because there is such a demand. We want to save a seat for you. So, and again, I have information up here, and I'll go over what all I have. Our third division is community development, and there's a lot that falls under community development. This is economic development, basically. But the very first thing we do, and one of the biggest things we do, is we work with local governments, county commissioners, county council, city commissioners, city mayors, city council, city mayors, and tell them about grant money, okay? This is often free money that's available to them that they don't even realize is out there. We have professional grant writers that the city say will hire us for a very small amount of money, and they can get thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars. In Sullivan County, where they had that tornado 2 years ago, we found, I'm not sure the agency, it was a federal agency that was giving out $20 million. And we called up Sullivan and said, hey, you know, this is $20 million. You want to work with us on this? Money that can go to wonderful things, helping those people that have really suffered a lot. But that's the biggest thing that this group does, is grant writing and acquisition. We do a lot of sidewalk restoration and ADA compliance. What that means is if your sidewalks don't have those ramps that make them ADA compliant. I know the city of Fairview, or the town of Fairview, I guess I should say, is trying to work with us because their sidewalks need some work. So yeah, I don't know. Yes, I know Fairview. No, that's not good.
on the sidewalk.
Right.
And out of work for about a month.
That's not good.
So it was on Blackman Street.
Okay.
Blackman Street is
Really bad. Well, I'll have to mention that. We have what's called an owner-occupied program. That is going on in Montgomery County now and in the town of Shelburne. Now, we are a 7-county agency, okay? It's Vigo, Vermilion, Park, Sullivan, Clay, Montgomery, and Putnam. So we go all the way up to the Greencastle area and the Crawfordsville area, and then down to Sullivan. But this owner-occupied program is really neat. It's for lower income, but you can get a new roof or an HVAC system through this program if you qualify. For folks who can't afford it. But if you think about it, if there's a house that's living by you, right next to you, and their roof is awful, it makes you frustrated, okay, if you're taking care of your home. That is a way to not only help them, but it helps you because it helps the property values all around. The HVAC, maybe not so much, but certainly the roof and other repairs. But those are the two main repairs. We do GIS mapping, traffic counts, or safe streets reports. That's just what that says. We work with the cities to find out what the problem areas are, the problem intersections, and tell them what we can do to make them safer. Historic property revitalization, and a really cool program called Spark. Now, this is an entrepreneurial program, and we're hoping to really. Okay, well, this is different. This is different. This is strictly an entrepreneurial program for young business minds. It can be any age, but primarily it's for young business minds. For instance, say you have a great business plan, okay, but you can't get a loan from a local bank. You can come to Thrive and get a low interest loan and start your program. Now, at one time, we had a grant for $1 million. We gave away all $1 million. And of those dozens of businesses that were started, only one went belly up. One of the best stories that I heard was in Sullivan. There was a young boy. We did a story on it when I was at Channel 10, in fact. A young boy who loved cars, loved everything about cars, tinkering on cars. He wanted to own his own automotive repair business. He couldn't get a loan from the bank. He was only 18. You know, that's risky for a bank. It's risky for us as well, but we gave him a loan, and he is thriving. He's doing really, really well. In fact, I called him 2 weeks ago and said, hey, can we do a story on you for Thrive? And he's so busy, he said, I need you to call me back after school starts. I have too many clients. Isn't that a great thing? It's just wonderful. So we're hoping to really expand that program and do more so that we can get more small businesses going, which is great. We have a brand new loneliness program. I love this. Loneliness, unfortunately, especially since COVID and all the isolation, is one of the biggest health concerns of our aging folks, 65 and older. You might be surprised to hear that the second age group that is suffering the most are men in their 20s. And that's because of gaming. They don't get out. They stay in and play video games too much. They isolate themselves. Older folks often don't have a chance. They just isolate themselves because their spouse has died or something has happened. So we're starting this new loneliness program. We got a grant for about $50,000, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that can go a long way. And we're working with several churches, including some churches here in Vermilion County. And we're going to offer free, fun programs for folks, whether it would be coffee, bowling, anything to get people together, get them talking, get some fellowship, maybe almost be like a little pseudo therapy group or support group. And hopefully they won't be lonely anymore. So I love that. I love that program. We're just starting the pilot program. We are looking for volunteers to be buddies or mentors because we want to first start with a buddy to get them out the door more than anything, you know, and then eventually they're going to make their own friends. But we're reaching out to churches to see if they recommend any of their congregation members who might this be a great fit for. So if you think of it, or if you have a church that you're involved with, let me know. And I have business Well, did it get any of it?
Yes.
Okay.
Just cut out like 5 minutes ago.
Gotcha. You gotta hate those batteries, don't you? Yes, it's for either upfront costs or closing costs. But the mortgage you have to pay off. Okay. But that's the part that most people can afford is the mortgage. It's those extra costs that get you. So I have told you what Thrive does, but why do we do it? Well, it all comes down to dignity, whether it's letting mom and dad stay in their home longer with in-home care so they have dignity. It's getting a home for that first home buyer, how exciting that is for that first home buyer, or that transportation for the disabled person that wants to go to their job. You know, I spent the day on a Thrive bus and it was so enlightening. In the first hour and a half, we took a gentleman who is fully blind to his job, and we took 2 adults with Down syndrome to their jobs. It was so exciting to see. They were living productive lives like you and me. They're assets to the city. They just can't drive. We took folks to seniors to the grocery store, to their doctor's appointments. They too just can't drive anymore, but they have places to go. So it was really, really exciting. But it's that dignity. And it all comes down to one word. Again, our name, Thrive. We believe in helping people and communities thrive. So I threw a lot at you. I do have information up here that I'd love to share with you on a dementia education series that's going on, partly here in Vermilion County and partly in Vigo County. I have information on the elder care, the transportation, the brownfield cleanups here in Vermilion County, and on that Club 720 as well. Some questions about Thrive. Bill, did I cover everything?
I think so, yeah. You mentioned the brownfields. Dana has several projects that are slated for demolition, urban renewal for their old buildings. In fact, some of them are actually dangerous.
I'm going to get close to you so this microphone picks you up.
Pardon?
I'm going to get close to you so this microphone picks you up.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless you want it. Here.
Might be dangerous, you know. Yeah, so Dana does have several locations slated for demolition. Some are dangerous. Some have some probably some remediation is going to need to be done, and they're working very closely with the Redevelopment Commission. And there's other Universal, I think, has a building or two. Blandford. So there's several towns around the county that redevelopment has kind of steered them towards, so they're coordinating that through them. Just getting the blight removal is an improvement, and that provides an opportunity for something to be constructed there. So that opens up an opportunity.
Right. Bill is on our Thrive board as well.
Yes.
Any other questions that either one of us can answer?
You guys have assistance for paperwork and driving and all that? Because when I lost my mom 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I just at a loss,
Sure.
and I haven't filed my taxes in 2 years.
I know we have help for health care for people. We have a SHIP counselor. If you call them, I always just tell everybody, please just call. Tell them what your situation is. And if Thrive can't help you, they will tell you who can help you and give you the phone number for that. But just call. Tell them everything.
I used to be on top of the taxes and going around.
Sure.
Take them to H&R,
H&R, you were right.
Yeah, it's on every year. It's on, but
Right.
I haven't filed taxes actually, honestly, 2-3 years now.
Probably shouldn't be saying that on. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
You did file,
The-
it's no big deal. I
Right.
did
And you can do
I
past.
lost 2 of my years, but I filed 5.
There you go. See, she can probably help you.
It's
It all
doable.
started with one lady that was helping me do my taxes. What you gotta do your insurance and so on. I don't have insurance. I don't even know how to call the insurance that I used to have insurance.
Right.
So
That's where Thrive can help you with that SHIP counselor.
I don't know how to fill out my taxes.
Well, and they may be able to help you with that as well, because like I said, we have legal resources available, and they'll steer you in the right direction. They will. And like I said, if they don't do it there, they will tell you who does do it for you. And it might be more a specific Vermilion County thing that they can tell you here in Vermilion County rather than you having to go to Terre Haute to talk to them. Some other questions? Does anybody have any questions about anything that they want to ask? I'm opening it up. You can do it now. No? Okay. Flood insurance. I don't think so, ma'am.
Where I live at now, the longest, we didn't have to pay it, but
Then there was a flood.
whoever hired the we up in DC, I was sitting behind the computer said, oh, this zone's
Mm-hmm.
not. Because you flooded in 08.
Right. That happened in Terre Haute too. Right. Right. And it changed everything.
We ain't never even got a drop of water.
Oh,
Basement, flood insurance. And I don't know, like different, somebody, different representative, because I know that through my state farm, it's like flood insurance.
right.
And then.
It is awful.
And the lady at the bank had told us somebody, and it's not like all the way up there, but it's, it's creeping. And the loan on the home is here, my payment is going up a little bit more, a little bit more, more. And so I didn't know if there were like, if somebody else they could tell me other than State Farm or.
Would there be a state?
Around in this area.
Right.
Talk to, my husband just passed in January, so
I'm so sorry.
like $1,700 out of the house.
Right.
Gone.
I think on flood insurance, that's specifically, I think the federal government only program we have to get. I don't think State Farm will carry flood insurance.
They do.
They're the ones that charge you for it every month.
Must be carried through the federal government.
Probably are.
But the flood zones, I think, have shifted with construction, climate models, other things. And the main thing, my insurance goes up every year too. Building costs have increased, material costs, labor costs have increased.
I don't need insurance. My house payment, it goes every year with my flood insurance. It's, I was like, okay, we paid this much. And now, I still live in the same zone, I still live in the same plane, and I'm still paying, but because of where I live and stuff like that, it makes my house payment increase.
Mm-hmm.
And by
Is that because of escrow or something with?
Probably, if your house payment's going up because of insurance,
Yes.
it's in an escrow account, that's, the insurance is driving it, but like I said, those zones have shifted a little bit, will probably continue to shift
Mm-hmm.
as the weather patterns change.
You can call them and see if they know of a resource. We don't do that at Thrive, but they may know a resource to.
Different names of different, because I know the person I have insurance through,
Mm-hmm.
and I know, farm, but
There may be even a website where you can get quotes from different.
that's what I guess I'm wondering.
Right.
It's like somebody that.
Well, I was going to say, if you don't have a computer, you could use one here at the library, and there are sites where you can get insurance quotes from your area from different, whether it be Progressive, State Farm, Allstate, or just Erie, whatever it may be, and tell them you'd have to plug in everything, all the information they need, but they can get you some quotes. That way you know what you're looking at. And maybe somebody here has done that and they can guide you that way, but the library probably knows.
It's paid every year.
Right.
As I make my house payment, that amount goes right to grants
Right.
once a year.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's an escrow.
Like other companies do.
Right. I would do that. I would try to get some quotes. Maybe you can help her I'm sure you will. I appreciate that. Any other questions? Well, he probably can help if he works here at the library. He probably knows exactly what you need. Oh, wonderful. You know, my mantra is just ask. The worst you can get told is no, but I always,
Two answers to every question.
Right.
Yes.
right. I always just tell my kids, just ask, because you just don't know. And by asking questions, you learn more. Yes, sir.
Well, the one additional bus you talked about purchasing on behalf of Thrive, will that offer any additional opportunities for transportation here in Clinton?
Yes, yes, it will. Because it's privately owned, or will be privately owned, we can do anything we want with it. So, and we're hoping to get more that we can through fundraisers. You know, it's rough when you're a nonprofit, a lot of cuts to nonprofits across the state, across the country. But we're lucky enough to still have great support. So we're hoping to get more that we can do more with. Because if we just had those extra hours and extra days, it would help so many more people. But 8 to 4, you can only do so much. Any other questions? I appreciate your time and your attention. Thank you so much. Please feel free to either ask me questions or help yourself to some of the paperwork that I brought, some of the information. And if I can't answer it, I'm sure Bill can. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. That's on the dementia. This is that 720 I was telling you about. There's my card if you need it, and everything else pretty self-explanatory. Thank you. Oh, wonderful. Oh, okay. So you already know all about it.
This is dementia to where you want trying to get programs.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm all talking about hospital.
What's nice about that is it offers respite care for the caregiver. So if you are afraid to leave your loved one because they really need, we'll take care of it, and you can go have a little break, that kind of thing, which is greatly needed. Yes, sir. Yes.